What's good, people? We back. We are back. We are back on this fresh start Monday here at Chaos Culture Radio.
Radio.
What's good, people? What's good, people? What's good? Before we start again, we're gonna ask you guys to do. Make sure to hit the like button. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, and make sure you hit the notification bell on the bottom right hand corner because we always go live Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 6 o'clock Eastern time, as we always do. Because we always put in that grind. But Hakeem, man, welcome, man, on this Friday mornings. How you feeling today, buddy?
I feel good, man. Just catching my wind. We doing good. What about you?
Hey, man, I'm feeling good, feeling great. My birthday is in a couple in about 3 weeks, and I've been eating a little bit too much. So I was like, you know what, Jordan, slow down because overnight.
Yeah.
It's like it's a lot of sugars and everything, and me, it's like okay, I'm going too far now. Let me hold my appetite. So I started last night drinking water and everything. It worked perfectly. So I been gaining a little bit too much weight. So and also with my daughter and everything, having that much time to work out and everything. So I'm kind of cutting it. I'm working out and everything. So I can do my carb workout like that. But I'm going back next Monday, and so I can cut this weight down and everything. Because I can kind of feel it in my back a little bit. I don't like that, so I'm getting stretching. But other than that, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. Shout out to No Chaser, man. We see you, buddy, man.
No Chaser was good.
Appreciate you, buddy, for coming by. Salute. But yeah, man, it's good over here. So hey, guys, thank you guys for joining by. Ronnie, he's taking a day off. He just came back from the cruise, but he chose to take a day off, and he will be back on Wednesday or open pedal Wednesdays when we're going to chop it up like we always do. But you know what? Let's get started. Let's start with the sports topics. Let's talk about it. So let's talk about this. It's been trending over the weekend. So anybody you guys know Big Meech, the former DMF from Detroit, he came out and everything. And everybody was singing him praises and everything. But LeBron James, he put out a tweet saying, "Welcome back, Big Meech." And the thing is, when he put that out, Hakeem, a lot of people, didn't like that. Especially him being, a global icon, become to sports and everything. Even though he might be maybe a BMF fan, still, a lot. When everybody saw that tweet, I think like got 11 million views. People put them in the hot water and everything because you kind of praising somebody who just got to jail, who did wrong and everything, and you supposed to be a sustainable citizen, a global icon, open up schools and everything. And a lot of people has a problem with him putting out a tweet about Big Meech coming out. Him as a sports. When it comes to hip hop rap, that's cool, but when it comes to LeBron James, everybody have a problem with that. Shout out to you, Gore. We see you, Gore. Thank you for coming into chat. We appreciate you. But Hakeem, we do have a clip to play a little bit, so play the clip, and after that, we will chop it up.
This week, reports emerged that Big Meech was finally out of prison. Many in the hip-hop world reacted happily to this news. The founder of the Black Mafia family, Big Meech, has long been a figure of fascination and respect in the hip-hop community. His release has sparked a wave of joy and celebration across social media platforms. Check out more reactions to his release from the hip-hop world and beyond. Boosie took to Instagram to express his excitement. Slim Thug also shared a heartfelt message welcoming Big Meech back and wishing him well in his new chapter of life. Sexy Red couldn't contain her enthusiasm either, posting a series of celebratory emojis and a throwback photo with Big Meech. Many other artists and fans have joined in, sharing their own messages of support and celebration. As we continue to follow this story, stay tuned for more updates and reactions from your favorite artists. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for all the latest news. Thanks for watching.
So yeah, shout out to the YouTuber. His name is YTV. Shout out to him and using his content. But yeah, Hakeem. So even though the name came out of the hip hop world, when it comes to LeBron James, him putting that tweet out, a lot of people have a problem with that. because of his imagery and everything, and they see him put out a tweet like that, and mind you, LeBron James never put it down and everything, and a lot of people have a problem with LeBron James putting out that tweet. So I want my question to you, Hakeem. Even though in the hip hop world you can do that, do you feel like in the sports world that people can praise people to get out of jail, like basketball, football, and NFL, because they see LeBron James, he's getting the deep hot water for what he tweeted out?
Yeah, there's a thing called selective outrage. I think it's like kind of hypocrisy for somebody to welcome somebody home, regardless if he's a drug dealer. He served 20 years in prison. He did his time to society. A lot of people welcome home when the governor pardoning a lot of these people. When the governor and the president pardoning known criminals and known people who have done some stuff, they tell them welcome home. I didn't see no problem wrong with this. Now, if he was saying, hey, Big Meech, and he was an active drug dealer, then I would have a problem. I don't think somebody who just did 20 years in prison, you would do that. But when people have selective outrages against people, so anybody who would be mad for him to welcome home a brother, then I would have to tell the person to check yourself.
That's correct. And the thing is like when I first saw this tweet of LeBron James, I didn't make a big deal about Biz Beast coming out, because, like I said, his son is doing good. His son is an actor. His son is playing him on the show on the Black Mafia Family. So he just basically, LeBron James too would say, "Hey, welcome home, Big Meech." I bet you LeBron James know Big Meech's son and everything. They probably went out for you, they talk to each other and everything. And he probably asked him, how was your father? I see you playing your father in the role and everything, but how was your father? Back in the day, how he was raised, that type of stuff. And I think, with this, it's like people I agree with what Hakeem said. People doing selective outrage for no reason at all, because like I said, I'm pretty sure LeBron James knows his son, and to have people have a problem with with LeBron James mentioning about Columbia Big Meech, even though because he's a global icon, he's a big figure like that. There should be a problem like that. Big Meech coming out, he's doing good, and like I say, a lot of rappers mentioned him and a lot of rapper songs and everything. And I'm pretty sure LeBron James rapped some of the raps. Then mentioned his name from a couple of rappers who rapped his song out as well. So when it comes to this, LeBron should be, like I said, I think this should die down for sure. But for people to get LeBron James because of welcome home, a person that he did his time, also a brother, and also want to do good, which he's doing. Which I feel like he's going to be good at everything. I don't think there's a problem with that. So I feel like people that are selecting to try to attack LeBron James, what are you attacking him for? Because I feel like there's a lot of LeBron James. There are really Hakeem. There's a lot of a lot of LeBron James hater where they see stuff because LeBron's so squeaky clean. Where they see stuff like this, right? They try to attack him as biggest way. You see. Why would he do that, all that type of stuff and everything? Because LeBron James has a big squeaky image and everything. You don't hear anything about him and his wife, infidelity, anything. You don't hear him drinking anything like that. LeBron is squeaky clean. And I feel like stuff like this, they'll use this and try to attack him. Say, hey, why he's doing all that type of stuff? So all the LeBron James haters, y'all need to fall back. And me, I'm not even a LeBron James fan. And I'm telling y'all to fall back because this is not big of a deal. If you want to critique LeBron James, critique his game. You can critique his game and he's the GOAT. If he's the GOAT or LeBron James is the GOAT, keep him with that. But when it comes to LeBron James' image, you cannot attack him because something like this because, y'all just picking on for no reason. So leave LeBron James alone. And when it comes to this, you can leave LeBron James alone. But if you want to critique his game and all that type of stuff, that's totally fine. But when it comes to this, working on Big Meech shouldn't be a problem at all. Shout out to Bobby Bryant. We see you, Miss Lovely. We see you. Shout out to Bobby Bryant. Shout out to Sherry Bryant. I know you out there, so we appreciate you well. And shout out to who is this, Hakeem? Chris who? Christian Day say German. Oh, you on mute, Hakeem. Hakeem, you on mute.
Shout out to Crescende. Crescende, you know me long enough for me to know I got a unit on my face.
Okay. You know, so you know her. Okay, cool. Shout out to her.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, shout out to her. Oh, okay. Let's go move on to the next topic. So we'll talk about our financial topic. And let's talk about skills trades, Hakeem. So American new millionaires are building wealth in skill trades. So there's a lot of people who are like in plumbing, electrician, and they're really building up to be, building their like companies and everything to become millionaires and everything. And this is really, really cool because a lot of like in the skills trades, in skills trades, you can work anywhere and everything. And usually, the pay when you first start, the payoffs is great. It's up to like $50,000 or $60,000 a year and everything. And then in between 3 to 5 years, you can make 6 figures easy, as long as you keep building your resume, all that type of things. But now you can jump on to become a millionaire when it comes to skilled trades, which is cool. Oh, shout out to Ash A. Hey, good, appreciate you, Ash A. Good to have you on.
Hey, Ash.
Yeah, so yeah, Hakeem, this is very interesting. So this is from Fox Business. So go ahead, Hakeem, play the clip, and like I said, we're gonna chop it up like we always do.
Equity is buying up trade businesses like HVAC, plumbing, electrical companies, doling out big checks to home service companies and adding them to their portfolios. Joining us now is Charlie Boyce, Pascal Air Plumbing and Electric CEO. Charlie, thanks for being with us. So we saw this story, and it really struck me that private equity has gotten into your business so significantly. Now, you've got a big business yourself, but you're competing against these guys. How do you do it?
Yeah, you're right. I mean, private equity has been, very active in our space the last couple of years, continues to be. I'm third generation in the trades. My grandfather had a company that my dad owned and operated for a number of years. Private equity actually bought their company, which was a great exit for my family, which was good to see my father. But yeah, to your point, we compete with them. We've kind of doubled down and chose not to do a private equity deal, but private equity, very, very active in our space.
Where do you get your pipeline for talent?
Yeah, very hard. I mean, something that's been talked about a lot, over the last couple of years is the labor shortage. And so, there's trade schools, there's kind of the traditional routes. I think that, over the last couple of years, you've seen a lot of companies kind of invest in and start doing their own trade schools. So we have our own in-house training program, our own in-house school. So it's trade schools, maybe community colleges, or people are just doing it themselves.
Wall Street Journal, Charlie, just wrote a piece about this that piqued our interest, and they were highlighting the fact that people can go into these professions and become millionaires. It's something that people like Mike Rowe have been talking about for a while. Now, you see what's happening on college campuses and the brainwashing and the kinds of curriculums kids are learning, and you wonder, why would I spend all this money to go get that kind of education? But still, we see this stigma sometimes around starting your own business in these kinds of trades. I mean, what's the tipping point where that starts to evaporate and people just really start to get excited about this? Because I hear you can become a millionaire, and I'm thinking to myself, that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I think the narrative for a long period of time was you had to go to college for 4 years to get a good education or have a good career. I think Mike especially has been doing a great job over the last couple of years, kind of hoping to change that narrative. I think it's starting to shift. I myself went to a 4-year school. I was born and raised in the trades, didn't necessarily want to be in the trades. It's not that sexy or glamorous. I think that's finally starting to change. There's 400 people inside of our business. There's a lot of really good HVAC, plumbing, electrical technicians that are doing very, very well for themselves. They're 6-figure jobs in the trades. They don't have college debt. There are really, really good careers in the trades.
Charlie, when you're talking to a young person and they're trying to figure out what they should do, what do you tell them to look for? Like, if you like this, if you're good at this, if you want to do this, you ought to come into our field. What do you say to them, Charlie?
Yeah, college or a 4-year degree is not for everybody. In our business, if you're mechanically inclined, if you're great at customer service, talking to people, taking care of stuff, working with your hands, and you want a good career, like I said, we have a lot of guys that are in their early or mid 20s that are making 6 figures a year with no college debt. So there are real careers that exist in the trades, and the narrative is finally starting to. We still got a long ways to go. Labor shortage is a real thing, but that narrative is starting to change.
Charlie, do you have like a summer program where I could just send my kids right down to you and you could get them going on like a summer of HVAC stuff?
Bring them. Yeah, happy to have them. Absolutely.
I'm going to take you up on that, sir. That was great stuff. Thanks for sharing about your business, and I wish you the best of success in it.
Yeah, shout out to salute to you, brother, for coming in, and then shout out to Alexis, that might be a new subscriber. We appreciate that. But yeah, I'll start off, Hakeem. So we talked about this before about skilled trades are a lot of people are leaning more to the skilled trades, especially women. And we did this a couple months ago. How about women? More women are leaning towards trades. Specifically like trucking. A lot of women are doing that, but also like I said, you got plumbing, electricity, you got construction as well. And you can and now you can mention that not only you can have a good life making 6 figures, but when it comes to skilled trades, if you have your own company, if you build your company, especially in major cities like LA, Los Angeles, Miami, whatever, you have a quality shot, to be, if your company, building your company 5 years from now, 10 years from now, that you can become a millionaire. Once start building up your company, you start hiring people, start doing sorry, what's the word? Passing out flyers, not flyers, but making your own website, all the type of things, there's a lot of small stuff you can do, to order to build your business, especially coming to trade and make it successful and everything. So yeah, this is I think this is good to hear that, when it comes to skills, the guy says it's not this, sexy type of thing as going to college, but you can spend less time going to a skilled trades, but probably a year, get your certificate and everything, build on your resume, till you get 6 figures, and you have enough money to step on the side, get a business loan so you can build your business and everything, get you a truck, whatever, everything, get your equipment and everything. And also, you get a credit card, business credit card, so you can build your business as well. So it's good to hear that, when it comes to skill trades, that people are leaning towards more, that, a lot of people is putting in an investment, that, not only you can make 6 figures, that not only you can make 6 figures, but you could eventually, if you build your business up, you can be a millionaire by having your own business when it comes to skilled trades. So that's really cool to hear. Go ahead, Hakeem, man. What's your take?
So I come from an era where I graduated from school, trades were in high school. So you either had some carpentry skills, some people graduated with HVAC. Now, there have always been skilled trade millionaires. This is just a known secret. Truck drivers, carpenters, steel workers, pipe fitters, boiler makers, HVAC, elevator techs, I can go on. The problem is these things are not so much focused or presented or promoted when these kids are graduated, not knowing that there's an alternate route. Due to the high cost of going to a traditional 4-year undergrad, this is also a better option for families who might be strapped for cash. Your local community college, your local technical school, some high schools have some technical programs that are at night, especially automotive, and not too much automotive. Shout out to Sophia Grace, shout out to Artie, shout out to Joshua. So not
Degenerate.
Not particular even becoming an automotive tech, that soon to might is good, but maybe diesel is also a good thing, a diesel mechanic. So I think it's important, like even for people who are older wanting a career change, a skilled trade is probably offering more than what a traditional 4-year college is now. you know what I mean? And the barrier to entry due to the lack of bodies, they're now starting to bend the rules now to entice more and more people. Because you also know, I can also share something personal with me. I tried to get into the steel workers union and the plumbers and the pipe fitters union 7 times, and I was denied 7 times. 7 times. And I'm not gonna base this if it was on race or if it was on this. They just ain't let me in for something. I tried to come in as an apprentice. So this, due to the lack of shortage and maybe predatory practices, is now going to be easier for people to come in, learn a skilled trade that you can pass on and build $1 million business. And that's where it goes.
And the thing is, Hakeem, I got a comment and I got a question for you. So I don't realize this when it comes to like the mayors, governors, and also the presidents who elect and everything, when it comes to jobs and everything.
Mhm.
I wish that we hear that, you know, when it comes to mayors, governors and presidents, will kind of push more into, hey, when it comes to jobs, you know, maybe put in a, you know, have like a grant, because they don't do like student loans. Do they do student loans for skilled trades? They don't do that, do they?
Yes, you can use FAFSA for a skilled trade.
Okay.
Mm.
But that's good to hear. So, but I realize, you know, when it comes to skills, I wish that, you know, because of these leaders, you know, push more about, you know, hey, you know, even though skill trade not might be a sexy look, if you don't want to go to college, you know, go to college, you know, really to push on, hey, you know, there's always skill trades you can do, you know, if you're a man or a woman, you know, how much show the percentages, how much money you can make, and you know, when it comes to colleges and everything, because even though a lot of people are turning to that route, I feel like, you know, if we have these leaders pushing a little bit, you know, we'll see a little bit more acceleration that, you know, that a lot of people, you know, lean towards skilled trade jobs and everything, you know, which we have more of an abundance of, you know, which is an abundance of, you know, a lot of people don't know about that and everything. But I would say that hopefully, you know, leaders can really push that out and everything. So, what was my question to Hakeem? I forgot my question.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's how I feel about it. But yeah, but shout out to these skilled trades. Shout out to Sapphire Grace. He said, you know, we need master plumbers and electricians seriously. And we do.
Yeah.
We do. No matter what state you in, you city in, everybody needs plumbers, everybody needs electrician. And I also heard that the day after Thanksgiving, I heard that that's one of the plumbers' busy day, because they say that when everybody used the bathroom, Hakeem, and a lot of people totally be clogged up. So they said that after Thanksgiving, they said that's one of the biggest days for plumbers. It's like Black Friday to them. Well, all right. We done with the finance. Let's get to the hip hop. Let's talk about hip hop topics. So we're going to talk about how, you know, this is elections is weeks away. And as you can see, Hakeem, you see how a lot of celebrities are, you know, endorsing these politicians. You know, with Kamala Harris, we see, you know, Usher right now. We see Megan Thee Stallion, and a few others. Same thing with Donald Trump. We see athletes. We see Antonio Brown is endorsing for him, and also a lot of, you know, hip hop people endorsing Donald Trump as well. So, but I really want to talk about how, especially in our Black community, how hip hop could decide this election and everything. We've seen it. I'll say we ain't seen the last election, but we definitely seen it with the Barack election, his first election, how the hip hop was deeply involved and how to help, you know, a little bit, you know, Barack Obama being elected, I think, for both times. But we kind of see as well here, you know, that hip hop, you know, it's kind of like even, you know, with, you know, a lot of hip hop is leaning towards Donald Trump, and also a lot of people in hip hop is leaning towards Kamala as well. And one of them who's very loud about this is Plies. You know how he loved him some Kamala Harris, man. We did on topic about that. But other than that, Hakeem played a clip, and after that, we'll chop it up. Played at the 20-second mark, Hakeem, at the 20-second mark, because the first 20 seconds they have music, and we don't want to get copyright. He said, teach us how to manage 5-figure salaries before we get to 6 figures. Okay.
Oh,
Oh, the 20-second mark.
you said 20.
Yeah, 20-second. Yeah, 20-second mark.
Yeah, this is the 29th second.
29 second. Okay, I'm going to 35. Okay, there we go. Yep.
Their support behind former President Donald Trump or VP Kamala Harris, can hip hop truly influence the election?
It's obvious that hip hop has an immense impact on politics today. Both parties are tapping into hip hop artists to lend them cosigns or lend them content that they are using to aid their campaign as they vie for votes.
Experts say while it's virtually impossible to know exactly how any music artist or celebrity endorsements will affect a race, history reveals some trends.
A Harvard study published in August found that while people claim they aren't influenced by celebrity voices, nonprofits in particular report higher rates of online voter registration or poll worker signups when a celebrity tells them to do so.
While she's not exactly a hip-hop artist herself, singer-songwriter Taylor Swift last month drove more than 300,000 people to a website to register to vote. Rappers like Fabio and Kodak Black are featuring the former president in their songs.
And I will never, ever let you down.
While artists like Meg Thee Stallion are hopping on social media with support for Vice President Harris.
With the future president of the United States! Everybody.
After all, the vice president admitted she does listen to rap music.
And among my most prized possessions were my bootleg Too Short tapes.
Voice is still being used. There's a new dimension to it, which is social media. So not only do you have the platform to speak in a song or an interview, now you can also just go to social media. I'm going to vote for my hometown candidate, Kamala Harris. I'm voting for the policy as well as the person.
Even Gen Z voters feel music, and more specifically hip-hop, will make a difference in November.
Music can sway our emotions and sway our feelings, and that goes into anything, especially politically.
When it comes to hip-hop specifically, I feel like it has never not been integral. It targets a marginalized community that has such a strong voting power.
It influences our everyday lives, and there's no reason why it shouldn't be able to influence politics.
As to whether hip-hop artists have a responsibility to be politically active, it depends on who you ask.
I think there's a responsibility for anybody who's black, right, to be engaged in this sort of political conversation. We don't have the luxury of being apolitical.
I think it's just choice.
I don't think that's an expectation by the country or by the world or by the fan bases. If you're gonna be a complainer, then I feel like you should be at least be a voter. So that way you could be like, I'm complaining, but I'm voting to try to like have what I feel could be part of the solution be elected into office.
So there you go. So you see, like, you know, hip hop does have a big influence towards our community, or also some communities as well. So not just go out and vote, but get registered to vote as well and everything. So, and we can see, the past, 2008, 12, 14 years, you see that hip hop has really, when it comes to election scene, you see how hip hop really get dug into election and everything. Not just who to vote for, but also register to vote as well. So go ahead, Kim. What's your take about how hip hop, impacts election season?
So, contrary to what they're saying, hip hop has always affected voting. I think there's a clip that Malcolm X said that the black vote has always been an important vote, and they've always swayed a lot of things. So hip hop just intensifies and amplifies this. You know what I mean? The genre does run a lot. Fashion, you name it, fashion, sales on things. So voting is one of them. You know what I mean? Remember when Puffy did the campaign Vote or Die? People forgot about that.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So I've been seeing this throughout hip hop, and so this ain't nothing new. The point is where people allegiance lies. That's where it's important at. You know what I mean? What rapper, what singer, songwriter, and who they are endorsing is what the important thing is. Hip hop is always going to be important. We talk about a lot of these political candidates in our song. Remember, Jeezy had "My President is Black." You remember that?
Yep.
Lambo's blue, and I'll be goddamn if my rims ain't too. Your daddy ain't home. You know what I mean? So this is nothing new. So you know what I mean. So I don't want people to be shocked about it. It's just all about: are you going to go out and vote? Are you going to make sure this? You know what I mean? Hip hop would just maybe influence you to go register to vote, but it's best for you to vote for who you want.
Yeah, I feel like, definitely hip hop, if it takes away the boringness of politicians in a way, and it makes hip hop, when hip hop links with comes to election, for other people, it makes you feel cool. Say, okay, cool. This is a genre that, even though, if you watch politics in general, it might be brought to a lot of people, especially young generations. When they see hip hop getting involved in something like this, become the seriousness of, the election. Especially with the presidential candidate, people take a little more seriously, and people say, okay, I need to register to vote and everything, and and sometimes they don't really don't listen to. Well, I also say this, like back in my early time, I see hip hop is for okay, cool. They go to a certain party, so I'm vote for this certain party and everything. But now you see Hakeem that with how hip hop is getting a little involved in everything. You'll see a lot of people leaning on towards the Democrats. You see that a lot of hip hop artists are leaning towards Republicans as well and everything. Try to level the playing field with that. Try to level the playing field, if you can see as well, which I kind of like and everything. So, but yeah, this been going on for a long time. Go all back to the 80s. With public enemy, fight for power and everything. Making a political statement and all that type of thing. So, when it comes, like I said. When it comes to the hip hop, when it comes to the election, they do take it very seriously, and they want you guys to know, when it comes to the parties that you vote for, take it seriously, but not just vote out of who's cool, who's bad. Vote based on policy or what they could do for you, and also for your family, and also your community as well. So, yeah, man. So. Like I said, hip hop is not going to stop. It's going to continue on, and I feel like in the next decade you're going to see a lot. You can see it. I feel like you see a little bit more heavy hip hop, influence, from different parties as well, and we'll see that you'll see more on the playing field land and everything, because I feel like with the next, not just election, but the next election and everything, we're not going to see Donald Trump. He's not going to be there no more. And if Kamala wins, she might she goes to her second term, or if she loses and everything, we'll see a whole group of people running for president when it comes to the Democrat side and also to the Republican side. And hopefully we get somebody younger than 60, Hakeem. Kamala just turned 60, so back when Obama was what, 50 something when he was
when he was 50 something.
Yeah,
we need somebody younger than that. We need somebody at least 40.
Yeah, and that's when you go for president at 40. I agree with that, Hakeem. Like, I can't wait when this is over. Shout out to Joe O'Hara. He said,
"Happy birthday,
brothers! Celebrated my 43rd birthday yesterday. And
Inshallah,
bless me with another 43. Hope you both are well. Hey, man, happy birthday to you, man.
God bless you, brother.
Joe O'Hara, man. Blessings to you, brother. Blessings to you. We appreciate you, man. Happy birthday to you. Shout out to, make sure people in the chat say happy birthday to Joe O'Hara if y'all get a chance.
Yeah, drop a happy birthday to Joe Don't Hurt Him in the chat. He's one of our biggest supporters. You know what I'm saying?
Solid. Very solid. But yeah, man. But like I said, people, elections is weeks away. So if you people that do vote. If you don't vote, I'm definitely gonna say I'm not voting as well. So for most people, no, this is a very important election. So either we'll have Kamala, our first woman president, or we're gonna have Donald Trump who will go to his second term as a president of the United States. But okay, people, let's get into the topics. I got some fresh topics for you guys. So You about to jump it up and get it in. So let's go. Let's get it. So let's start with our first topic of the day. So this is in the state of Texas, and so there was a man. His brother passed away, and he believed that his brother's he was I'm sorry. So a man seeks vengeance for a brother's death by murdering the mother of a killer's child. So Texas authorities are in the search for a man identified as Dwayne Lynn Hurst, who is accused of taking out the ex-girlfriend of his brother's killer. They found a 24-year-old Mary Jane Collins unresponsive in her home. Although there were intentionally reports of a shooting, it was later revealed that she was stabbed to death. The two young children were in the home, but they were not physically harmed. And in January 2020, it was reported that authorities that Dewan Triplett, which is Dwayne Lynn's half brother, was taken out in Texas City, and was convicted. And they say the guy who posted it was Michael King, and he was convicted of murder. And detectives have connected Hurst with Collins, who was King's former girlfriend and mother of his child. They also learned that Hurst and Collins reportedly stated dating in June, and the relationship quickly turned abusive, and Collins showed evidence of her injuries to friends and family. So yeah, this story is crazy. So this is some family crazy stuff going on. So go ahead, King, play the clip so we can get a deeper dive, and after that, we'll chop it up.
Shocking motive in the murder of a Seabrook mother in front of her children.
As police continue the search for the suspect, we're learning they believe he killed the victim to avenge his brother's murder.
ABC 13's Jessica Willie is here to break down the stunning revelation, all new at 10.
Seabrook police believe the murder of Mary Jane Collins on October 4th is linked to a man's murder 4 years ago, and that her accused killer, who is wanted tonight, got close to her ultimately in order to retaliate. Tonight, her family wants justice. They say she didn't deserve this. She was the mother of 2 children. What was supposed to be a fresh start at Unit 504 for Mary Jane Collins and her 2 sons ended tragically on October 4th. Accused murderer Dwayne Hurst is on the run as police lay out his alleged motive and brutality. According to court records, Hurst,
a shocking motive in the murder of
brother, was killed by Michael King in 2020. King had a son with Collins. When officers arrived at her apartment a week and a half ago, they found the boy and his brother peering out the window. Their mother's body lay nearby. She had been stabbed to death. Ring cameras captured Hurst leaving 30 minutes earlier. Court records state that Collins told friends about abuse and showed them injuries in the days before her murder, but that on October 4th, it escalated when King somehow made a video call to Collins from prison. Hurst was present and taunted King, court records state, before slapping King's young son, which was captured on the video. All of this to lead police to conclude that Hurst was, quote, motivated to revenge the death of his brother. Thus, he befriended, abused, and then murdered the victim, who was the mother of Michael King's children. Hurst tonight, a wanted man. Collins' 2 brother was killed by Michael's young sons. A relative tells ABC 13, now in the care of their grandmother. Jessica Willie, ABC 13, Eyewitness News. Young sons, a relative tells ABC 13, now in the care.
Before we start, thank you, Sophia Grace, to get the 5 memberships. So we got a new member, Ty Shadows, and we also got returning members of IB Wody, Genesis, Ashton, and Joe. So we appreciate you, Sophia, for giving out memberships like we always do. Appreciate you.
Love you, Sophia.
We love you so much. Got hearts for you. So go ahead, Hakeem, man. What's up with this crazy story we hear, man? This story's crazy.
Now, I want to start this off by this. When you sent me this, I was very troubled by this. Very troubled by this. And kids are very precious and women are precious. And you have to protect the women and kids in society like this. But in all the comments that I read, because I went through all of them, only one seemed very logical. And let me read what they say. This is from a lady who called herself Imported Chocolate. And I want y'all to do this. She said, "Dear ladies, stop entertaining guys involved in street-ish. Get you a hardworking man with morals, substance, and live an honorable life." You watch the video. The guy had tattoos on her face. She started dating that. It's a reflection of the first guy she was dating. You do not know who you're dealing with when you're dealing with guys on the street. I know a lot of you girls might like these guys and attract them, but these guys are dangerous. Hold on a minute. I know you're going to say a good guy can be dangerous too. A good guy can beat you up too. Y'all going to always be objective to this. But the probability is if you stay away from these type of men, you can protect yourself and that. And here's the problem too. Most women have Stockholm syndrome after they get abused. Some always go back to their abusers. After she said this guy abused her, she still was dealing with him. Still allowed him and still allowed the guy to abuse her son. After that, he should have been in jail. Why didn't she pick up the phone? There's so many questions we will want to ask, but there's none to ask now. Because of a decision you made with the type of man that you get. Why I say, Hakeem, right. Blue collar workers are in your community, all in your community. They get overlooked. He said, good guys don't beat women. You are right. Good guys don't beat women. But here's the thing, Natasha. For people who want to be objective with me, they'll say good guys beat women, which sounds like an oxymoron. But we clearly see guys who are from the street, who are hyper masculine, who are very disrespectful, who are in and out of jail. I'm not saying all of them, but this clearly was a revenge plot. If she would have stayed her distance and got her just a regular guy, we wouldn't be having this conversation. This is an ongoing subject about women being abused and women. You see, Sophia said anybody capable of violence, but Sophia, you can limit that by clearly seeing somebody who looks like they're about to be violent. And all I'm saying, discernment.
But the thing is, look at this, Hakeem, and it's a mindset thing, you know.
Yeah.
We was in the hood, right? Mm-hmm. And then like the women that you want to like, you know, which you know, some of my ratchet, you know.
Yep.
They look at they have a type of, hey, if you don't have tattoos, if he ain't me looking everything, he cannot protect me. And there's no type of thrills. And they feel like, you know, a lot of good guys, they can't provide the thrills that they need, which they can, Hakeem. And I'm a good guys give you thrills too, but it just won't be the thrills in the streets because they ain't worried about the streets. And that's what the thing with her what type of woman the woman that you know she got her life to think about. That was her type of type and everything. And unfortunately, we see stuff like this all the time. It got very bad of somebody getting their life taken away. And thank God the kids are okay. Thank God the kids were okay. And I feel bad that the kids had to see something like that. Because remember, Hakeem, they said they was in the house while she got stabbed.
Yeah. Praise the Lord, the kids are okay. But still, it's easy to blame the man for this, and we do blame him. But what if she made the decision not to talk to him?
Yeah.
Only show here you hear talk about women getting abused, hurt, raped, and we address these things here. We address this all the time. She said, "Good people are capable of atrocities." Let me tell you, when you say good people, it sounds like an oxymoron, Sophia. How good people are? When you say good people, then that means they're not good. Am I wrong, Jordan?
They're not right. I mean, they're right.
Yeah.
They're not good. I'm not saying like, I'm not saying men who's on, we're not saying men who are blue collar. We're not saying. I mean, they might have stuff wrong, but like I say, they're not in the streets like that. We think of blue collar man. We don't think about we don't think about a guy that might be crazy or something like that. This man, is a working hard man who stay away from their life and trying to do good and everything. Are there some blue collar men that might be a little bit crazy, might need some therapy? Yes, but that's not all. We look at the men that are in the streets and everything who are hyper masculine, what Hakeem said. Those people need more therapy than blue collar workers. Am I right or wrong, Hakeem?
100%. 100%. Hold on. What did she say? Good guy. Okay. Why I say good guy don't abuse hit women because they're not wanting to visit jailhouses.
Exactly.
It says, Ashley say, may y'all could have a group meeting with all men and talk how violence against women isn't a good thing. Jordan, haven't we talked about violence here against women years?
Yeah,
listen, Ash, I don't know if you look at our content, that's been done and done that. We had panels, we have tons. He particularly picks content that addresses women getting abused. We talk about women getting on the live tier, we talk about that. But also, too, we need to address in both spectrums. Yes, you got men that abuse people, but then you also got things that could be prevented. Choices. We're going to sit here in this platform and say, hey, don't touch a woman, don't abuse her, don't hit her, and leave her alone. But that's as much as we can do that, we also got to tell women, please don't go out at night. Please make sure you have somebody to go with you. Make sure you screen the guy that you talk to. It's as much as we can do. There's so much we could talk about. There's so much we could have a brotherhood meeting. We're doing this on public. He said this shows an example of it. Thank you, Sherry Bryan. How you doing, Queen?
Yes, thank you. Thank you, lovely. Thank you.
He said, listen, she said the latest Cam interview is an example of a good guy prone to violence. Cam is not a good guy. He has multiple kids from multiple women. We do not support that. That's not a good guy. It goes against the Bible. If you read the Bible, we do not support none of that polygamy stuff, none of that.
Or can we say he's a good guy who has bad habits? Can we say that?
No. If you're not bad habits is I leave dirty clothes on the floor. I'm eating and put that. That's normal stuff. But when you're intentionally doing something, you're a bad person. Everybody got bad habits. Somebody who yells out their mouth or talks over people. But when you look at his resume, you say, yeah, it's clean. She said people front and mask, then they appear good and look at an essay in the church. I don't understand what she mean by that, Jordan.
What she said, how many billions did the Catholic churches just pay for good guys back? Oh, see, now so that's something else and everything. I just heard that that's a Catholic church, Hakeem.
Yeah.
They gotta pay, and like I said, all Catholic churches ain't good. That's we can kind of separate that.
Yeah. But still go with the premise, Jordan. If they're doing that, these people were never good in the first place.
Exactly.
If they're getting caught for this, you might be they're not good guys.
Right.
You know what I mean? When we don't know it, we have an opinion that they're good. Listen, your life is still questioned until you messed up. You're deemed good until we find something wrong with you. That's the problem. But if you were on a clean slate, then we can't say nothing about this. As soon as we have the resume, video evidence, this person
or strong rumors.
Or rumors, you know what I mean? But strong we can't go
for years.
Yeah, for years. So let's get something clear and we can move on. We do not support women getting abused. We do not support women getting essayed. We do not support that. And for a lot of women, he say, for a lot of women who don't know this, we have 6 years of content of talking about women getting abused and unalived. And we have content talking about men not putting their hands on women. We have content on men not getting in polygamous relationship, supporting monogamous relationship. For those who don't know, our channel is not big enough for y'all to know, but we have these conversations here.
But we're working on it now. We're gonna be big enough now. Y'all wait. Y'all, the riders and supporters, we're gonna get there because of y'all. We're gonna get more.
Yeah.
But all right, Hakeem. Let's go on to the next topic. So let's talk about something different. Let's have a little fun with this. So there was a viral video. There was a woman. She went to a Black software engineering type of festival, and she has men's point of views about women's hair, about different hairstyles and everything, because Black women hair is very unique, and they have different styles and everything, which we like. Most people are liking everything, but yeah. So we gonna watch this clip, and then we'll put our 2 cents about how we view Black women's hair and everything. So go ahead, Hakeem, play the clip, and after that we'll chop it up.
Tech conference this weekend and asked 20 plus Black professionals what hairstyle they prefer on a Black woman.
Hi, Black men in tech. What is your favorite hairstyle on a Black woman?
I love a sexy bob.
Ooh, wow. Okay, Bob. What's your favorite hairstyle on a Black woman?
Them braids without the thing that look like it's tied in.
You talking about knotless braids? Okay. Hey, Black men in tech.
Hey, how are you?
I am good. Tell me, what is your favorite hairstyle on a Black woman?
Man, when they get them braids in, but look, them thick ones. When they get like when I know they about to go on vacation, because they done went and got it braided up.
Their vacation. Hi, Black man in tech. Can I ask you a quick question? What's your favorite hairstyle on a Black woman?
Probably like 2 braids.
2 braids. You're the first one to say that. I love a 2 braid look. Okay, thank you. Hi, Black man in tech.
Hi, how are you?
I am good. Can I ask you a question?
You sure can.
What is your favorite hairstyle on a Black woman?
Braids.
What is your favorite hairstyle on a Black woman?
My favorite hairstyle on a Black woman?
Yes.
Locks.
Ooh. Hey, Black man in tech.
What's up?
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, sure.
What is your favorite hairstyle on a Black woman?
Locks.
Locks.
I love locks.
Okay, thank you.
I spoke at a Black Men in Tech conference this weekend and asked 20 plus professionals.
So yeah, I'm gonna start first, Hakeem. So when it comes to Black women's hair, they're very unique out of all hair and everything, because because a Black woman comes to hair, they can style it up however they want and whenever they want, compared to other races and everything. And for me, my wife, she had different styles of hair. There was one time she had a very short cut, years ago. It was in Miami. She had locks, she had braids, she had a bag, all that type of stuff. So for my wife, my favorite hairstyle of my wife is either the guy said it too, the vacation braids. You know how Black women, when they go into some type of trip, they get the hair braided and everything before they go to a trip. And then also, I love my wife when she have locks. I think locks on a Black woman is phenomenal, because they either they use weave or there's a natural hair. To me it's just I'm a big fan of natural look. I'm a natural look when it comes to women's hair and everything. When it comes to wigs too, it's fine. But when it comes to specifically, my top 2 will be braids, especially with the vacation braids, and also locks. I'm a big fan of locks. Always have. I'm a big fan of locks. I came to my mom. She wore locks and everything. She had different hairstyle, but she started wearing locks when she turned 30, and then she had locks ever since. So, and I kind of figured, that's probably the reason I like locks. To my mom, she wears locks and everything. So that's my favorite hairstyle on a Black woman. What about you, Hakeem?
100%. So for a lot of people who don't know, a lot of my family are natural. Most of my sister, my nephews, they all got locks. My niece has a low haircut, like a fade. The only person who might, I think maybe my mom and my aunts might get their hair done, and they're older, so that's an exception. So for me, I never liked it weave. Sew-ins, 26 inches, all that glue ins, never liked them. I like locks. I like bald heads, low fades, natural hair, and stuff like that, and braids. That's really it.
So Akeem, so the woman that you're looking for, out of all those hairstyles, what would you prefer your woman to have? What type of hairstyle you would prefer to have?
Prefer to have, like, I think all those are like maybe like question marks. But if she just have a regular hair, like if she had like a regular hair that she just brush it back, that'll be that preferably that, because that's easy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But I like locks though. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I feel you. Yeah, but yeah, shout out to the black woman who's in the chat and is out there.
Hey, shout out to Sophia Grace.
Yeah, who are might be natural or have the favorite hairstyles that we like and everything. But like I said, when it comes to black women hair, when it comes to natural look, weaves, sew-ins and everything, some people like them, some people don't. It's amazing how out of all the other races, black women, they can do anything with their hair. And the thing is, I can't every time a black woman get a haircut when they go to work, they be like, wait a minute, that's your weird hair? And they be like everything. Like my wife, one might have like a new hairstyle, or it might be one day she's put on a wig and everything. They be like, oh, look at your hair, that's your weird hair and everything. So always get compliments. So if I know my wife get compliments, and every time she get her hair done, I know a lot of black women, when they go to work and get a new hairstyle, they always get some type of compliments.
Hey, I forgot one more hairstyle: afros.
Yeah.
Afros. Like, I had worked an event Saturday, and I had walked up to this girl and I said, hey, it takes a person with confidence to rock a low fade. And she had like cuts going here, and she was just looking nice and chocolate. So it's like, regardless how y'all want to do it, y'all can look fantastic however you put it. But also remember this, I want to put this point. Women do hairstyles for them. And I want to say that. And a lot of y'all got to agree with this. Y'all don't do it for us. You know what I mean? And because y'all never ask us what we like. You remember?
They act that way. They will ask you, Akeem. If you got the right one, they will ask you.
Now look, shout out to Sherry Bryant. Now, Sherry Bryant, she looked real nice in that. I don't know if that's a bob she has. It's like the short haircut. It looked very beautiful like that. You know what I mean? Very, very beautiful. You know what I mean? And so black women, we love all your haircuts, all your styles. You know what I mean? But just particularly for us, like the long 26 inches, we don't really need it.
I used to like those when I was young.
Yeah, we was a kid.
Everything. You know, I know people are not young boys. I mean, a lot of men like that in their 20s and everything. It's like, oh wow, But like I said, once you get older, especially when you got kings, especially when you get 30s and everything, you like I said, for a black woman, you appreciate the natural look.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. You know what I mean? Because you appreciate her more. Even I think too. Let's say this: when you're with a black woman for a long time, you appreciate the changes that she go through. Exactly. And you're gonna hear this first here from men who care about women. We love you so much as you get older, as you gain more weight, as your body starts to change. That's just ultimately love. We expect you to change and love you as you grow and become the woman that you come year after year after year.
Yeah. Shout out to Corinne Stevens. He said, we have so much style. We are the inventors of hair.
Oh, listen, that's my cousin. She has locks. I forgot about her. And then I just said, there's a couple of my cousins that get their hair done with weave, like Stacy, my mom, her mom, and then my aunt in Boston, she has dreads. So it's like a mixed bag.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to the sisters, when it comes to hairstyle, when it comes to hairstyling, y'all the best at it. Very the best.
Sherry Bryant said, I'm 45 and I'm trying to get finer. Baby, you already
there
fine.
There you go.
Fine like wine. Fine like wine.
There you go. All right, y'all. Let's jump on to the next topic. So now this went viral. So there was a mother is upset. Her baby daddy had his girlfriend holding their son. So there are some times, like I said, when things don't work out, and there's sometimes like that the baby father might find somebody and everything, and he's cool and everything, but if the baby mother don't meet the girlfriend already, they'll feel some type of way, and the clip we about to show you, I kind of realized, okay, maybe the baby mother didn't met the baby's daddy girlfriend and everything. And there's sometimes women feel some type of way when another woman that's a baby, another woman's holding a kid like that, especially if the baby daddy has a woman in the house around all that type of all around and everything. And there are some women who feel some type of way, they don't feel like that type of way if they either holding my baby, and and this clip we will see, we see the baby mom, she's very upset that the baby daddy girlfriend's holding the son, and for some people they have the right to feel some type of way because they don't know the person. But other than that, Hakeem played the clip, and after that we'll chop it up.
Up with a female. Why are you holding my baby?
That's his stepmama. That's his stepmama.
Give me my son. Get my son from her.
No.
Get my son. I'm not gonna keep going back and forth. And then you didn't even tell me. You didn't even tell me that you was coming to pick him up.
How you mad because she holding your son? Huh?
What you mean how I'm mad? Because I have every right to be mad. You sound.
You act like I'm cheating on
You
you or
hear
something.
how you sound?
You act like I'm cheating on you or something.
What do you mean? You not cheating on me, but don't bring no other female to pick my baby up. It don't matter. Why are you fighting me for my son? Like, girl, stop playing with me. For real, both of y'all can get the fuck on.
That's why I left your ass now.
I'm glad you left because you didn't even tell me that you was coming to get him from school. You didn't even tell me. You can get my bag from your girlfriend. Get my bag. What are you talking about? I'm not gonna keep going back and forth.
Go get in the car. Go get in the car.
I'm not gonna go back and forth.
Go get in the car.
I'm not getting in the car.
Leave us alone.
I'm not leaving nobody alone. Give me my baby
No,
bag.
you asked me to pick the baby up, and that's what the fuck I'm doing.
Why would you have a female holding my son though? You know I don't even play that. I don't even know this girl. I don't even know her name.
Stop stalking me, would you?
Why are you picking my son up with a female? Why are you holding my baby?
Yeah, so I'm gonna read a couple comments from this clip. So one comment says she needs to be glad that baby got picked up. Y'all women do too much. Another comment says, as long as you're not mistreating my baby, I don't care. One comment says, are y'all listening? She said, you don't tell me you were coming today to get our son. That's the reason she's there to get the son. Imagine walking up to pick up your child up from school, and a woman is holding him outside that you don't know. The baby daddy was gaslighting. She doesn't want him. And also she said she wants better communication and introduction to the woman that will be caring for the child. So that was one of the comments. But go ahead, Kim, and what's your take on this clip?
So I'm gonna have to blame the man on this. At first I thought this was a skit, Jordan, but when I seen he had a bleach stained sweater on, it was real. Yeah. He looked real dusty and dirty. The girl hair wasn't brushed. I said, this has to be real. This is in the trenches, and they look young. Yeah. Adults. Unfortunately, if you're not staying with the mother of your child, you have to be cordial and you have to respect her. Since she has the child 90% of the time, yes, she's going to be in control of a lot of stuff. You're going to have to be very, how can I say this? You're going to have to work with her and try to understand her emotions. It's already bad that you're already gone. Now you got a co-parent. Hopefully, you're paying your child support. Secondly, you're doing the visitations. Now, it has to be a cordial meeting. Be like, hey, I'm talking to somebody. Can me, you, and her all go out to eat and we can all meet each other? That's only if you and her have a good relationship. Some women don't want to meet another woman, and they might be offensive about that. But still letting her know and say, hey, I'm dating somebody new. I would like for you to meet her. We can go out to eat. if she said, hey, I don't want nobody around my kid, you're going to have to respect that. What can we do? But she's going to have to understand that eventually both of y'all are going to have to go on your separate roads, but you have to first talk to her and set a meeting. I think in our community, we are opposed to meeting our ex-significant others' mates due to maybe still harboring some emotional feelings for them, or it just not fostered in our community. Other communities, you have no choice. If you care about the safety of your kids, if you care about the well-being of your kids, and you want to see what co-parenting looks like and commingling of families, because not your blended family, regardless. Y'all gonna go off and have more kids and be with other people, and y'all gotta come back. What Sherry Bryant said, communication is a key, but also comprehension.
Absolutely. And me being a parent, you know, in a relationship, in a marriage or not relationship, communication is key. Key when it comes to kids. And when it goes home to the man, I'm with you, he was wrong, you know.
Yeah.
If he would have planned it already, or also text her or called her already, like he wouldn't be on a clip like this. This wouldn't go viral like this. You don't have to worry about it and everything, you know. And the thing is like, you know, your baby mama will feel some type of way if you dating somebody else. Especially if you having kids around that house and the woman is there. She's gonna feel some type of way. Like especially if you found out, you know, this meeting the woman already, like, who is this and everything? Why home my baby? This is my girlfriend. Like, I don't know this woman. You know, I don't know this woman more than my child and everything. And that woman has a right to feel that type of way. But he's gonna learn. He better learn, because if he don't learn, he's gonna be more stressed out. And he's gonna be older he might be a young guy, but in the next 5-10 years, he might be younger, young Hakeem, but he's gonna be looking older if he don't fix this out. And I'm telling my man this, if you like to say, when it comes to, you're not in a relationship with your girl, if you're co-parenting, and if you want to look younger, make sure you communicate. Because if you don't communicate to your woman with the baby and everything, it's gonna be a lot of fighting, it's gonna be a lot of arguments, it's gonna be a lot of stress for you, man. It's gonna be a hell of stress for you. And then, you know, the woman might be spiteful and put child support on you, or try to get more money to put child support on you if you don't communicate. You know, it might seem hard, but as long as you communicate, everything will go smoothly. If you don't communicate, you will see exactly what we're seeing right now in that clip. Simple. But yep, so other than that, let's move on to the next topic. Let's talk about, since we're in the main hour mark, let's talk about Pastor Jamal Bryant. So Pastor Jamal Bryant, he was on CNN, and also this goes by election as well, and he's saying that, you know, a lot of men are not supporting a sister, which he may Kamala Harris, and he see that a lot of people either they're gonna vote for Trump or not voting this election period. And they feel like some men, he feel like a lot of men are being misogynist towards Kamala, and that's why they don't want to see a woman in president, which, you know, I don't think that's a problem. I think, you know, a lot of black men, we focus on policy. We don't care we don't, like, as black men, we don't care if it's a woman or a man is a president. And a lot of black men, they look at the policies and they see that it's not, you know, they're not rocking with Kamala Harris with Kamala policies. So they either go vote for Trump or they're not going to vote for forever. So we'll let Hakeem play the Pastor Jamal clip about him saying a lot of men are not supporting Kamala Harris.
You said something is wrong with brothers who don't know how to support a sister.
Yeah. Full stop.
And Mordecai was man enough to know that in order for me to be a man, I got to know how to support a woman. Something is wrong with brothers who don't know how to support a sister. It was a sister that raised you. It was a sister that taught you how to read. It was a sister that taught you how to bathe yourself.
In the context of the vice president, were you trying to send a message?
That we've got to be able to vote, that misogyny is still real. in our community. We've got to address it head on and not act like it doesn't exist. The reality is, if black men had voted, Stacey Abrams would be a governor. And so I think that we've got to do some real redress that after racism, the biggest ill in America is sexism. And I think it's part of the responsibility of this generation to deal with it head on.
You know what, King? That's why a lot of black men don't go to churches anymore. Because we always get shamed for some stuff. Shaming us to get the vote for Kamala Harris. Voting a sister, which she's clearly not a sister. She's an Indian woman.
Mm-hmm.
And quite frankly, you know, it's like, and a lot of men, and thank God, a lot of men, black men, they looking at stuff. They tired of listening to celebrities, and they say, hey, you know what, I'm gonna do what the hell I want to do. You know, I'm gonna vote who I want to vote, or I'm not gonna vote at all. And we see not just, you know, we see pastors like Jamal, other pastors, you know, really trying to, you know, shame black men, especially in the church and everything. You just really pushing the black men away and everything. And then that's why you see a lot of black women there, because you know they do like to shame when it comes to black men, and that's how, you know, pastors get their money. You know, especially for the women and everything. So, you know, and the thing is, Hakeem, if Trump wins, right, I feel like when it comes to black men, we're going to hear a lot of shame from a lot of black women. And you know what I want to do, Hakeem? If Donald Trump wins, right, I do want to do a topic of how if Kamala loses, I'm gonna find a lot of clips of how black women are shaming black men for not voting for Kamala. But anyways, yeah, like I said, this just shows like how black men don't go to the church no more because stuff like this. And you know, and it's highly likely, you know, the next generation of men, they're gonna go to church, that we're gonna see them going to church because, you know, it's a lot of pastors like Pastor Jamal Bryant who preaching this stuff, and kind of, like I say, and the thing is, it's like keeping the black man away forever, and the thing is that they're gonna look for something else. And it's just a shame that, you know, 20 years ago, you know, we saw. Yeah, but I say 20, 25 years ago, we had a lot of black men in the church, but now it's not the same. And so, and like I said, if Trump wins, buddy, oh my God, we're gonna get a lot of shaming, a whole lot of shaming when it comes to us, Hakeem. But go ahead, Hakeem, what's your take?
So when I heard him say that, I had to take a step back and look where he said the misogyny in the black community, and I want people to understand something. Prior before 1970, men was somewhat the head of the household and leaders in the community. Now, women are the head of the household and leaders of the community. So when we talk about misogyny, I say where? You might have general misogyny within society. Men might have their opinions about women of what you can and what you can't do. But when it comes to misogyny to the point that causes women to not move forward, I don't know how, when women are already moving forward. Y'all got businesses, y'all got that. We also got to remember, historically, black men have been voting Democrat for years, even when they're conservative. We have always followed the will of the family and tend to align our ideas with our women, even though it goes against our principle. We are men just not like the white, Hispanic, Arab, Asian men. No difference. A lot of them have conservative views. We do. But since we're African descent, we tend to lean more on a liberal, democratic view. Now, first time in history, you see men thinking a different way and actually swaying their votes. Is the changing of the times. But I don't want, and this is where you're not going to win, when you constantly blame black men and we're constantly on a topic block of saying we're reading at a 4th grade level, we're not leaders, we're not this and we're not that. So, okay, and I'm only speaking from what I hear the sentiments of men. If I'm constantly getting trash in my own community, where I'm not being accepted, and I'm constantly saying, we're holding you responsible, we're holding you accountable. Get yourself together. Get yourself together. You're lacking behind other men. You're lacking behind the white men. You're lacking behind the Hispanic, the Indian men. You're lacking behind this. What do we do? What do we do? You already, black women already on the up and up. We're the only group of men that get disrespected and get criticized and chastised by our own women. The Hispanic men don't make as much money as us, but they're not criticized for the way they go. And I'm gonna land it with this. Rappers came out and support Stacey Abrams. Rappers, Little Baby, tons of people, tons of black men came out. A lot of people don't understand why she didn't win. The majority of white people swayed the vote. Black men did come out. There's a lot of our brothers who either couldn't register to vote, who are convicted felons who are not allowed to vote, and a lot of, you know what I'm trying to say? So put it from that point. The mayor of Pine Bluff is a woman. There's black mayors all over.
There's a black mayor here in Los Angeles, which I voted for.
You see? What about Mayor Littlefoot, who was the mayor of Chicago? They supported her. So when we saying,
but she was terrible, though, I can't. She was terrible.
100%. What about the lady we covered that's in the small town who they call her a scammer? She's a mayor. So I'm wondering if misogyny in the black community. She said, Hakeem, how do you feel about black men asking for child support forgiveness for Kamala Harris? Now that I do not support. Listen, I do think things need to be evaluated, but I do think if a woman requests child support, I hope it's not for spite.
It only helps if I think it only if it works I can if the child support forgiveness if the woman was getting child support from a man who not necessarily the father.
Yeah, that's you're correct. That's the only thing. If that's not the child's fault, he should not put. But if they ask for child support forgiveness, you know what's going to happen is going to hemorrhage the social services, food stamps, WIC, all that. More and more women going to have to go,
Section 8.
Section 8. So you're talking about hemorrhaging, where not a lot of women are. First off, people forget most women don't even qualify for these things, especially women who have degrees and who have to pay bills and you know what I mean, and they need a little bit extra. They don't even qualify for this stuff. So child support offset a lot of this thing. I do believe men should be on child support if you're not taking care of your kids, or if you don't have an agreement with the woman of your child, or and stuff like that, you automatically should be on child support, especially the ones who run away. Yes, we need to find you, put you on a bill, but if that's not his kid, don't do it. That's all I'm saying. So I don't agree with child support forgiveness.
Yeah, that's facts.
I don't agree with that.
All right, move on to the next topic. I was gonna say something, but I forgot.
No, go ahead, say it. Mm-hmm.
I forgot.
Oh,
because he was cooking.
yeah. Because they might think, shit, man, put me on child support if I start acting stupid and I don't come around. The babies gotta eat. They're the future. The only thing I don't support is don't talk shit when he's paying child support. The babies gotta eat.
Yeah, shout out to Waha. He said pastors should realize those women have kids perhaps men don't want to take care of. Yeah, that's a point.
That's a point there.
All right. Move on to our next topic, or this will be our final topic. So we're long topic.
Shout out to Seven and Muhammad. Muhammad, I did not forget you. Peace, Lord.
Oh, peace to you, brother. Shout out to you, brother. Shout out to you. All right, we'll go on to our next and final topic for today. We don't have a lot of topics, so let's talk about Donald Trump. So Donald Trump was, Kamala Harris, she did an interview about she used to, back in the day, work at McDonald's, and Donald Trump, didn't believe that she was lying. So Donald Trump did his part and said, hey, I believe they work at McDonald's. So what he going to do, Hakeem? He went up to McDonald's and started working the fry station, and also to work the the side window as well and try to put a point as, hey, I worked at McDonald's. I'm 70-something years old, and I'm working at McDonald's, and I'm doing it right now. But you Kamala, you know, you are a liar, and I don't believe you ever worked at McDonald's a day of your life. So go ahead, King, play Donald Trump working at McDonald's, posting fraud, you know, putting up, making fries and everything, and after that we chop it up. Oh. How can you see me? I'm froze. Hello? Are we still on? Am I frozen? Hey, people, I'm still on? I don't know if I'm still live and everything. Somebody put in the chat. Oh, okay, it's me. Okay, I thought we was going on. So yeah, so going back to Donald Trump. So Hakeem's coming back. He's gonna play the clip, but yeah. So but like I was saying, so yeah. So like I said, so we're gonna see a lot of Kamala Harris and Trump really getting at each other. You know, once the elections coming by and everything, and you know, and Donald Trump, he's, you know, people think he's being outrageous of, you know, of really getting at Kamala and everything, of him making a point of going to McDonald's and you know, making some fries and everything. So I don't know. Also, Donald Trump said something about also said something about people that vote for Kamala Harris. He said people that vote for Kamala Harris, especially, you know, Hispanics and Black people, he said, you know, something wrong. Their brain needs to be examined, something like that. So you're gonna see, for when it comes to Trump, you know, you're gonna see day by day, week by week, you're gonna see him doing a lot of strange things, and also saying, as I said, a lot of, you know, strange things when it comes to Kamala, and you know, when it comes to the community as well. And also that you're gonna see Kamala, not Kamala, you're gonna see JD Vance, you know, saying the exact same thing, making up lies and everything. I don't know why JD Vance gotta make all these lies about, you know, different type of races and everything, which is crazy to me. Ashley said he's been showing us for quite some time that he doesn't have to show up the way Kamala does. I agree. I definitely agree. And Survivor says, and why was he talking about the size of Iran? I don't know. Like I said, Donald Trump, and I think that, and this is why I think a lot of people like Trump, because, you know, he, like I said, before he was president, or when he was president, you know, he doesn't have an experience being a politician. But a lot of people so much because he's like an anti-Kamala. Him saying he can say anything he wants and he can be voted and everything. And when it comes to Kamala, you know, she, you know, very political. You know, says the right things. But when it comes to Donald Trump, and I don't like it. You know, I'm more of a, you know, hopefully, you know, how, you know, Kamala talks and everything when it comes to political. But you know, these average Americans, you know, they like how Donald Trump moves, and you know, they like how he talks and everything. And you see why you go around certain neighborhoods, you know, people got, you know, their house covered with Donald Trump stuff, you know, we from Trump and everything. And you see some people, you know, wear costumes, vote for Trump, make America great again and everything. I just feel like, you know, Trump, you know, he has some type of following that we will never ever see from any other president, past presidents, current president, or future president. Because Donald Trump, he's definitely has some type of, I feel like he be brainwashing people sometimes. Definitely, for sure. And Ashley said he gets to behave like a fool everywhere. And yeah, and the thing is, Ashley, people like it. They love it. They love it. They I don't know why, but they do. They just feel like, you know, I guess they feel like they see Trump in them. You know, if you know, and they see a lot of Trump in their life. They see him as an American, him being a convicted felon, going to restaurants, of him going to the McDonald's. He say, hey, look at Donald Trump before president. You know, he's going to the McDonald's and making fries. You know, and people that work at McDonald's and they see a president, a former president doing that, they see that, hey, he's just like me. He said, mother is a cult. It seems like it survived grace. I don't disagree. Because and my thing is survived grace, there's a lot of cults, around the United States of America, but I figured that Donald Trump, he mastered a way to, I don't know how he did, but he mastered a way to have all his supporters feel like a cult-like family. And that was something I would like to love for him. Like, how can you make your Trump supporter feel like a cult-like? Because I agree with Safari, they do feel like cult-like, especially the people they wear clothes like him. Like I said, they got the house decorated and all that type of things, and I really agree with that. Ash said we try to hold her to some standard that they don't have to their candidate. And that's true. And Spicer said, Project 2025 tells us clearly that they are trying to get us all back in order. I mean, yeah, that's true. So, like I said, elections is weeks away, and it's gonna be crazy. And I feel like the states that we're gonna look for. I want to say Georgia. I feel like Georgia's gonna be a red state again. But if we look at states called Michigan, which is a swing state. Illinois, I believe, is a swing state. Pennsylvania is a swing state, and also Wisconsin is a swing state. And low key, I would say Nevada too. Even though Nevada is a red state, but I feel like Nevada can also be a swing state. And maybe the state of Arizona too. I can look at that. So that's what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 states. 6 states, which you can see swinging, which are, to me, is very vital for Kamala Harris, because Joe Biden, those states that I named, except for Arizona, he swing those states into blue, and the thing was, Kamala, can she do the same job as Joe Biden did of keeping those states blue? When it comes to Georgia, I don't see, but it's Kamala that's going to hit there. And the thing is like, that's why you see Kamala is in Michigan, which she went to Detroit and everything. You see a Kamala, going back to Atlanta and everything, trying to get the vote, which I still can see in red. You're going to see her going to Chicago. You're going to see her go to Pittsburgh or Philadelphia. You're going to see her going to Milwaukee as well. Those cities I named, those cities I named, and also the states I named, you'll see Kamala, really deep, try to, with her rally, trying to get those states and everything, and all that type of things. What's up, Akeem?
What's good?
I was keeping everybody company, y'all. We all good. I was keeping everybody company. We was talking about, the election coming up and everything.
Damn, bruh. Like,
what happened? Your Wi-Fi went out?
My shit went out, but I'm still surprised this shit was still going.
Yeah, it was still going. Because you said, right, as long as, if you're out, it's still going, right?
Yeah, it still goes. So I was like, damn.
But yeah, we was talking about everything. Oh, thank you, Natasha. Thank you, Natasha. $6 super chat. We appreciate you. So, Hakeem, going back to the Donald Trump is him working at McDonald's. So go ahead, man. Play it. And then we're going to chop it up. Chop it up. Baja said they only need one senator.
Mr. President, you actually have worked at McDonald's now versus...
Now I have worked at McDonald's. I've now worked for 15 minutes more than Kamala.
Are you going to put this on your resume?
She never worked here.
Why would she lie about something like that? Will it be put on your resume?
I worked at McDonald's.
Why would she lie about that?
Why? Because she's lying, Kamala. That's why. Make it fact.
Mr. President, you actually have worked at McDonald's now versus...
Now I have worked.
Because your opponent almost every day seems to be talking about this. So I just want to ask you yes or no. At any point in your life, have you served 2 all-beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun, working at a McDonald's? Yes or no? That's it.
I have.
Okay. Now the other job. But
it was not a small job. Like, I did the fries. I mean, yes.
Okay, for a small period of time. But then let me ask about a big job.
But to your point, if you don't mind, before you get to the big job, part of the reason I even talk about having worked at McDonald's is because there are people who work at McDonald's in our country who are trying to raise a family. I worked there as a student. I was a kid who worked there trying to raise families and pay rent on that. And I think part of the difference between me and my opponent includes our perspective on the needs of the American people and what our responsibility then is to meet those needs.
Because your opponent almost every day seems to be talking about this. So I just...
Oh, go ahead, kid. There was some more. There was some more.
Huh?
Go ahead, play it again. There was some more.
There was some.
Yeah.
No, that was it.
That was it?
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right.
It was 2 slides. Yeah. It shows Donald Trump continue working.
Okay, now the...
Wealthy guy. He owns a lot of McDonald's. That's great. Thank you. Okay. It's good. You want to do it? Yeah.
We gotta hit that timer. Bring that one up. I'm gonna take care of these.
Okay.
Right there, right there. Got it.
Yeah.
Good. Have you put that right far right, hang it right up there.
Yeah.
And then you want to do the salt over here?
Yeah.
I did these ones already. They're good. You just gotta do that one right there. So grab that.
Let me give him extra salt.
No. Yep. Oh, yep. Good.
Okay.
Right there. And then we're gonna grab the fry scoop right here.
Right.
Put it into there and just give them a twirl that way.
Oh, you. He's a wealthy guy. Thank you. Have a good time. Thank you. It's cute. This is fun. I could do this all day. I wouldn't mind this job. I like this job. I think I might come back and do it again.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good time. Thank you. It's cute. This is fun. I could do this all day. I wouldn't mind this job. I like this job.
Yeah, I came earlier when I was talking to the chat. I was saying, like, you know, for him doing something like this, and also, you know, how the way he talks and everything, they see that, you know, they look at Trump as like an African American. You know, they see they see themselves in Trump, and him going to McDonald's. You know, a lot of people say, hey, look at the former president working at McDonald's and everything. You know, working a regular job and everything. I like this, which can invite more votes for him, because he's doing regular people's job, and they see that. I don't remember. I can't remember if Barack or somebody did it. You know, work at a pizza place. You know, do regular people's job and everything. But when people see this and everything with Trump, especially Trump supporters, oh my God, they going crazy on this. They say, see. Look at President Trump working a regular people's job. He loves the average Joes and everything because he's doing the job. Go ahead, Hakeem. What's your take on this?
I was disappointed. This was a skit. You know that. They showed the pictures. They had closed down the McDonald's. So, but you are right. Trump is trying his hardest to show that he's an average American. And what makes it so funny, he did it in a state that is a swing state, which is Pennsylvania. And, you know, Pennsylvania sway votes. So he's trying to lock that in. So having people come in and say, oh, I worked at McDonald's. It was funny because it's entertaining. But it was just kind of like, you don't got to lie about that. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So.
But the thing is, I can't, they going to believe it, though.
They will believe it. Listen, the average American doesn't fact check stuff.
No.
Listen, it's crazy. What we see on Instagram and TikTok, we think is real, not knowing like 80% of that shit are lies. You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, we also question traditional news networks and publications, and sometimes we look at them and say, hey, are they stretching the truth or embellishing on some things? So this is just one of them.
That's the thing, I can't, because with like the show we have right now, picking topics and everything, they, like I say, a lot of people don't know, like news channels, they choose topics like we do.
100%.
And they could make it their narrative and talk about how they want to talk about it.
Yeah.
And that's when I realized, you know, when I realized I was trying to pick the topics and all type of stuff, and now I look at news channels and everything, I was like, wait a minute. And the thing is, how can you see how they work because because we're doing it as well. And you know, and to that, you know, it opens my eye a little bit more. It's like, okay, who do I want to listen to? You know, a lot of people sway to Fox News, a lot of people sway to CNN. You know, for me, you know, I cut off. I mean, there's some information I probably need for one of those big, you know, companies and everything, TV channels. But when it comes to people that I do want to hear, and I feel like they have a great perspective on it, especially like, you know, a great perspective, especially got experience in it and everything. You know, YouTube has been my friend for that. You know, a lot of people on YouTube I listen to that who's been in the business or who has information sort of about the things that I can listen to, and you know, and it don't BS you. You know, they tell you the whole truth. If you listen to other news channels, you know, what they do, they'll try to make it good. That's it. You know, they might put some content to it, but they try to make it as good as possible and everything. So, and it goes on to, you know, when it comes up what Donald Trump is doing right now. You know, he's working at McDonald's, looking like he's an average American, and also trying to get on Kamala's tail because he said she did work in there, but Donald Trump don't believe her and everything. So he was like, you know what, I'm gonna work at McDonald's, and I'm showing that, hey, even though I was the president and everything, I'm showing you guys I can go to the, you know, give people their meal and also make fries as well. So. But yeah, you know, it's when it comes to, you know, television with these powerful networks, they are a powerful tool, and they can sway a lot of people, and you know, and that's how it works. That's definitely how it works.
Yeah. Everybody in the chat, give a shout out to Sherry Bryant's son for making the honor roll. We honor our black boys who doing the future. Give them a shout out, everybody. Kick, Instagram, all y'all give WizKid a shout out for honorable brother. You on your way to greatness, and we can't wait to see you on the top. And Jordan, to further that, I do agree, and I want to add one comment, and I'll land it with this. Sophia Gray said, and to disagree to increase minimum wage. Shout out to Ashton Wims, Shiesty Avengers Assemble. To disagree with increasing minimum wage, a livable paying amount, is disgusting, and I agree with you. But Sophia, from an economical sense, there has to be something to balance it out. Because if they raise minimum wage, then they're also going to raise the prices of food. You know what I mean? So you already see how much it costs to go to McDonald's or Burger King. It's like $10, $11.
It's heavy here in California, yo. It's heavy here.
You know what I mean? So Sophia, like literally here, you already know in Florida, they're making $12 now at McDonald's and $13 to $14 if you work overnight. So it's there, but the food is more expensive. So how are we going to combat that without them putting in AI and robots? Because that's coming. You see, they got the kiosks in McDonald's. So they're going to combat raising minimum wage. If it's not Trump, it's going to be McDonald's, Burger King. Look, Checkers don't even got people taking the orders. They got people somewhere overseas taking the orders when you pull up now.
Mm-hmm. So, and the thing is, you will see it drop like here at 24. You see how AI just drop out of nowhere.
Yeah,
and that's how it's gonna happen with these kiosks. Well, you saw with the self kiosks and everything, but you're gonna see when they're gonna self drop in the next 5 or 10 years. That hey, this McDonald's. Yeah. Hey, so one day say, oh wow, look at the robots working the foods.
So yeah, to tell you, Sophia, I agree with you. Everybody should be paid a livable wage, especially if you live in markets like Tampa, Miami, Jacksonville, Orlando, Birmingham, Houston, Los Angeles, Fresno. Like there's a lot of him. He's jumping around. Hey, I'm happy he's jumping around. Listen, school gonna take you to the top, baby.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? And it's all in education. So she said people are being greedy. The income gap is ridiculous. We need the people to have enough to livable wage. They're intentionally keeping folks on slave wages to keep them working. We need to fight. I'm not disagreeing with you on that. I agree with you. But I'm telling you, I see this happen before. Forcing companies to pay more, which some have, they're going to take other things away to people. Amazon start now putting you on, they'll make you work hours, but they'll give you only enough hours so they won't have to give you insurance. Am I wrong, Jordan?
You're not wrong.
You know what I mean? McDonald's, to counteract having more bodies, they put the kiosks in. Burger King installed an app. Now, when you go to Burger King, it's one person to take an order now. I've been seeing this all over now. Some stores are still there, but now they're doing this. So I agree with you. I want everybody to get a livable wage. But let's be very frank. When it comes to economics, free markets, and stuff like that, payroll is the biggest expense in a business. Payroll, biggest expense. You know what I mean? In your P&L sheet. And when they see that, okay, how can we combat that? This is why AI, robots is coming. And Elon Musk, they started, he's just trying to do what Boston Dynamics is doing. All this is going to hurt us. All of this is going to hurt us, just like the cotton gin, which put slavery out of business. Companies were forgiven with PPP loans and our tax dollars. We need people, they need to force the change. I agree with you 100%. Listen, Apple, a lot of these companies, prior, they had their money in Ireland to evade taxes. And listen, Biden, to his credit, he raised the corporate tax to 25%. You know what I mean? To try to make those ultra rich pay. I'm trying to tell you, they're going to be more loopholes. And this is why I was saying we need to have a bipartisan that where the working man, he said, Hakeem, there's no excuses. The greedy are killing our nation. They are. But if we can come to the table and come with a bipartisan and not trying to force a bipartisan agreement to help the working man in that, this and this. Because let's be honest with you. If you're working at McDonald's or Burger King, you can't buy a house or a condo. Let's be honest about that. Like, you could get paid $15, you'll be able to go get you an apartment in a bad area, but you can't go downtown and get you an apartment where the rent is $2,000.
And I want to say this, Kim, what do you think Amazon workers fight so hard to get a union involved? And the thing is, the only union they got, I think, is New York and everything. But you see Amazon workers, they trying to fight their hardest to get in the union. So for me, I'm in a union. So I'm like, for me, people's in a union, we always gonna get paid. We always gonna get a raise and everything. Or also, our benefits would be better on that type of things too. But when it comes to that survival grace, if people want to fight, to get join a union.
No, you're right. We should fight. I just think that we need to come to an agreement that's going to benefit the working man, and that's not going to make the businessman say, "Oh, this is too much money I'm spending," because everything is about business. Without capitalism, he says, Prince Hakeem, the Republicans are anti-union vote. I know that, and I know they're anti-union, and that is wrong. But I'm also going to tell you, even. Shout out to Next Level in the building. Shout out, baby. Thank you for joining us. And listen, I know they're anti-union, but here's the thing, Sophia. Even with no union, even with a union, companies are still going to find ways to slice and dice things up. We've seen it happen.
Yeah,
you know what I'm trying to say? Am I wrong? Yeah. The UPS workers, AT&T workers are now on that. And listen, they're in trouble because they're now implementing AI.
Yep. Yeah, that's true. That is true. She said we keep putting the businessmen in office, and it's in their interest to keep us poor.
I understand that, but Sophia, the country was built on capitalism.
Exactly.
If you want to see a poor country, go look at socialism and see who practiced that. Socialism leads into communism. I wrote a paper on it. Look at the countries who try to practice socialism. Let me tell you, there's some aspects of it that can work, but you need to infuse capitalism into it. You know what I'm trying to say? To offset some things.
She said, McDonald's put one of my cousins through school. She is not an HR for them. Oh yeah, IKEA has sent another cousin around the world to open stores and both starts in high schools. And the thing is about it, when it comes to companies like all companies do, like Burger King, McDonald's. Like I said, if you go to their break room, they'll have papers in the back if you want to move up, or like say if you want to go to school, you know they do scholarships and grants and everything. So it's not like McDonald's and all this company to keep you poor. Technically, they do want to help you out. Hakeem, if you go on their lunch break room, they have ways so you know how you can if like for me, for instance, like my store, we're linked to like a bank. We can get give you credits. It's not really good. You can still qualify for like a car loan, personal loans, all that type of things as well. So
some jobs give tuition reimbursement.
Exactly. So like I said, companies are not all bad. It's just like if you want to keep your job, be a fast food worker for 20, 30 years, it's gonna keep you poor. You're not gonna get anything.
Yeah.
But if you want to join to the company, and move up into the company, that's what a lot of companies they want to see. They want you involved and move up and everything. So a lot of companies are not that bad. Some are labels and everything. But if you want to join their company, they say they're more than welcome. They say, hey, they'll get your hand and they'll walk you the way to move up and everything. If they're gonna put you in college, they'll pay for you to go back to college if they like you. Am I wrong, Hakeem?
No, 100%. 100%. So even that, the W-2 worker can strategically move itself up if you work the right place. McDonald's offer tuition reimbursement, Chipotle, Kentucky Fried Chicken, Popeyes. The question is, are these people taking advantage of these opportunities? Are you going to take one class a semester to move yourself up? That is the question.
Good. Well, there you go. There you go, Hakeem. It was good conversation.
Yeah.
Good conversation to all. Shout out to the chat. One more thing, Safari says here. If you want to grow now, you need to get into tech management. Tech management machines that are replacing facts.
100%. Now, Sapphire.
How's he talking?
Sapphire. We on this. Listen, if we was mandatory elected in Florida, every kid in Florida would have to take a coding class and learn robotics. It should be mandatory. Mandatory. Now you're talking. This is how we combat working at McDonald's. We can combat a lot of our young brothers and sisters having to say, oh, I'm doing hair. Oh, I'm doing nails and lashes. Everybody can't do hair and lashes. A lot of these brothers ain't going to have to go work at the car wash. Learn a little coding. Understand robotics. Look, a lot of the cars are going to be electric. We're going to need new service people now. And the service people are on a laptop to fix these electric cars. You got to learn electrical components now. We're noticing more and more cars are being electric, hybrid. So you're on to this. And this is something shared to every kid and student to know that, hey, you want to make some money? You want to stay ahead of the time? STEM.
And there you go. And we thank you guys for watching for Chaos Culture Radio. Before we go, we're going to shout out some people that was watching us from the chat. As you know, Sophia Grace, thanks for the conversation. We appreciate you. Shout out to Sophia Grace. PH Diva.
The queen, she said the computer's code for you now. That is true. OpenAI, now you can just pump in the code. So we got to learn what's the next. What, data analyst?
Yeah.
PH Diva? I don't know what's the new thing now. Or listen, prompt engineering, learning how to input prompt into OpenAI. So we got to stay ahead of the time. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And learning the landscape.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Mechanics are high demand, busy needing techs. Yes, the mechanics are now going to have to start being coders now to understand electric vehicles.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Reboot, upgrade the programs that are on these electric cars. So, you know what I mean? Especially if we could machine learning. She's on to something. People, these are the new trades. These are the new trades, because soon enough, robotics is going to now taking over welding and all these other things. We're maybe 5 years removed.
Mm-hmm.
Even in the warehouses, I seen the Boston Dynamics where they lift up a 50-pound box, the robot, and put it on the shelf. I say, yeah, it's over for warehouse guys.
Yeah, and the thing is, if you start seeing it here, like, because like I said, the robotic stuff is like most like West Coast and stuff here, especially in Northern California. But when we start seeing it here, I guarantee you 2 to 3 years later, it's gonna spread over, out to the East Coast and South and the North and the Midwest as well.
No, most definitely.
Yep.
So
yeah. But yeah, we're gonna continue the shout outs. Thank you, Natasha, for putting down the merch and everything. Shout out to PH Diva. Shout out to Next Level. We appreciate you. Shout out to Jono Herdo again. Happy birthday to you again, brother. Happy birthday,
Jono Herdo.
Shout out to Sherry Bryant. Sherry Bryant. Shout out to Bobby Bryant. Shout out to Y High. Shout out to Ashton Wings. I believe he's going live tonight. So you guys done, you can switch over to his channel. Shout out to Ash A. Shout out to who else we got? I'm forgetting. Shout out to Muhammad, who's in the building. Shout out to Corinne Stevie, she was in the building. Who else we had in here? Shout out, no, that was people that followed us. Shout out to Avi Wody. Shout out to Joshua, who's in here. Shout out to Dita Degenerate. Shout out to Gore. And shout out to No Chaser, too, who's watching us. Anybody you want to shout out on Instagram, my kid?
Yes, I do. There's so many people on Instagram. Shout outs to my cousin, Prop B Robert 06. Shout outs to Natasha Simone, IB Wody, 6 Dot, Sonny Bono, Full Life, Starline Entertainment, Fredo 305, The Real, Bucachula. Shout outs to you, Bronx Queen. And look, also shout outs to Damn. Shout outs to everybody who's watching us on X. Please, man, subscribe to
watching us on X, Hakeem.
Yeah, on the Chaos Culture Radio X channel.
Yes.
Yo, so shout outs to y'all who's watching us on X. Please subscribe to the Twitter. We go live on Twitter, so you know what I mean, we live everywhere, man. Oh, she said, yeah, I'm going live. Yep. Ashton going live now. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Ashton. He has great conversation there. Man, let me tell you something. We appreciate y'all being here with us.
Yes. And then before we go, you gotta go get the merch. So make sure you guys get the Chaos Culture Radio
T-shirts, the coffee mugs. You know what I mean? The hats is there. You know what I mean? It helps support the channel for us to keep doing. And listen, ladies, Sophia already hits at us. Natasha, Ash A. If you got topics you want us to cover, and there's things that you feel strongly about, shout outs to Killer Swag 216. You too, Next Level. A lot of y'all, if y'all got topics you want us to cover, things that you feel strongly about that you know other platforms are not going to cover, Jordan, just send us your ideas and we'll cover them. And you know what I mean? Oh yeah, Sophia has a shirt. Love you, baby.
We appreciate it.
Listen, Sophia. Listen, if there's topics you want us to cover that's not going to be unbiased, send us to us, because we know there's other platforms that's not going to talk about things that are important to you and to give a unique perspective, and you want to hear a black man's opinion. You know what I mean? We're here for you.
Absolutely. But yeah, y'all, we appreciate you watching us, guys. And like I said, Ronnie, he should be back Monday. He should be back Wednesday. And we about to rock it on like we always do. But as a Chaos Culture Radio,